Wendy girl, what the helly? We received some really damning news about Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddy. They were arrested on fraud, and the couple is facing 16 charges in Maryland. Insane. Look at that. Those are their mugshots. I woke up to this news. It's crazy because in my last video, I was basically singing Wendy's praises and saying that she has a beautiful family. She's educated. Her husband's educated. They're a new up and coming business that's being really successful. And now it kind of makes me question why she kept mentioning how successful Happy Eddy is. And let me read you guys some of this article because it's actually crazy. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddy have been arrested and booked on fraud in Maryland. The Real Housewives of Potomac star is facing 16 charges, according to the Westminster Police Department. The pair were booked on Thursday, October 9th. I do hear that they're out now, but it's still damning. Dr. Wendy Osefo of Real Housewives of Potomac and her husband Eddy Osefo have been arrested and booked on fraud charges. The reality star, 41, and her husband are facing 16 charges, 7 of which are felonies related to misleading info of fraud of $300 more in excess in the Westminster Police Department. The pair, again, like I said, was booked on Thursday, October 9th. It says, according to police, the couple claimed designer bags and jewelry were missing from their bedroom during a reported burglary in Jamaica in April 2024. Before Wendy was allegedly seen wearing one of the diamond rings later in her social media post. Apparently, they know these are the same diamond rings because they checked the serial codes on the diamond rings. There were other items within that 16-item thing claim that there were Gucci shirts that they returned and got the money back for, but still claimed on the fraud. There were other items that they claimed, like jewelry items and stuff, that they claimed, and you can't do that. So if you claim through one insurance company, you can't go on to another insurance company and claim. So this all came up to about $450,000. That's like more than $500,000 of personal property lost via the insurance company. So you don't think in this day and age the insurance company is going to come, especially for over almost $1 million? It was getting to the point of like they had to research this and found out there was something fishy going on through the police report, and ultimately the insurance company, they're going to come back for their money, honey. It says reps for Osefo and Bravo did not immediately respond to People's report. Apparently, there was also some mortgage fraud going on. The court documents say that they got emails as evidence while executing the search warrant. They found some of the claimed items stolen. When they did the search warrant, they found the items in the house. They didn't even get rid of it. They were there in their house. So that was another thing. And then apparently the original burglary, as I mentioned in the People article, was in April of 2024. 15 to 16 claims of different items. And Eddy, being a lawyer, he understands this type of stuff. At least he should. So this is even more embarrassing. And if you guys remember, Eddy's family really, truly dislike Wendy. So this is just going to add more salt to that wound. And I can only imagine that Eddy's parents are going to be like, see, this is why we didn't like her. You have proved us right. And it's going to get pretty messy for Wendy. I don't know if their marriage is going to survive this. I hope it does. You know, I really love the imagery that they had on the show. That's what I mentioned in my last video. I always been a Wendy supporter. I love how she's successful. She's a political science major like me. Her husband's successful. Her family's beautiful. But if you think about it, professors don't make that much money. Her husband isn't really being a lawyer, just starting a new business. So unless the Bravo checks were really coming in deep, essentially they were living well beyond their means. So I think that's kind of trying to keep up with the Joneses, caught up with them essentially. Some of the consequences for Eddy could be that he is disbarred. If she'd lose, I don't know, she's still being a professor, but she can lose her ability to be a professor. You know, any business financing, if they're board of trustees or anywhere and things like that, they can lose that opportunity as well. Just a multitude of things. This is going to impact them in a negative way. So even I didn't think the biggest thing is having like a this as your reputation, that's going to also be a big effect towards them personally. And also, I just think it's a little bit icky because people are often suspicious of black wealth in general. So the fact that we have to question where their monies come from now, it's just kind of another hit to the gut. But we have all the housewife ladies like Dorit, and now we have Karen getting out of jail. Somebody in Teresa, somebody really, truly needs to study this Bravo to prison pipeline because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Nobody cares about their health anymore.